My name is Caitlin Knox, and I studied a master's in equine science. The equine science program at Edinburgh is run online. It has 6 taught components and a dissertation, and you have up to 6 years to complete it, or you can do it in as few as 3 years. It's a fantastic program with fantastic staff support and interactive online message boards with other students and group projects. This is my first time studying online. I really enjoyed it because it allowed me to work and have my own horses at home, and it allowed me to go at my own pace. But it was also good because all of the classroom sessions were recorded, so I could watch them at a later time if I was unable to make them. So it was very good. My favorite thing about the program was the broad range of topics that we were able to study, from orthopedics to equitation science. It really appealed to a broad background of people and of knowledge backgrounds. And the dissertation was very interesting, and it pushed me to try and learn as much as possible on the subject that I chose. So my plan is to open a breeding and training facility back home in Nova Scotia, and I think that this program really set me up with a really good background in a broad range of knowledge to help me pursue that goal. I think that anybody who's interested should contact the staff at Edinburgh. It's an excellent program. All the staff is very helpful, and it has opened many doors for me, and I think it can do the same for you.
Hi, my name is Shane Matheson, and I was doing the Masters in Equine Science. I really enjoyed the programme. It was ideal for me because I'm a mum, and I was started abroad because my husband's in the army and we move around quite a lot. So I needed to do a Masters where I could take it with me. And this just worked really well because I could fit it into my own time. I could fit it in around my kids and around my work as well. So it was just an ideal programme for me to take on, really. I really enjoyed the lectures. That's something I enjoyed in my undergraduate degree anyway. But I loved being able to sit at home on the computer and actually have a lecture delivered to you as if you're sitting in a lecture hall, and being able to ask questions there and then, but also have the added benefit that if you couldn't make the lecture, that it's on record, and you could go back and watch it in your own time, and then also see questions that other people have been asking. So it felt just like being at university again, which was, for me, was a great thing because I loved university, and to have that feeling, but without the commitment of actually having to go somewhere to go into uni, was ideal, and that's why it worked for me, really. Okay, right. Well, I've just moved again, so we've just moved in July, so I've had to sort of relocate my business, which is in training and teaching dressage. So I'm just in the process of setting that up, but hopefully I'm going to progress onto a PhD, not necessarily in the same area that my dissertation was in, but I need to find a studentship really to carry that on, but I'm desperate to carry on the research side of things that can then translate into my work of teaching and training, and just develop sort of my business at home, really. I really recommend the course. It's been really fantastic. I had doubts about whether I would be able to fulfill some of the commitments, but as long as you're organised and you plan your time, then it really is worth doing the course. Because it's fulfilling in so many different ways, if not just from the academic side, or helping improve your knowledge in the equine industry. It really is something worth having, and I'd say just go for it.
I'm Victoria Lindsay, and I was doing the MSc in Equine Science. I loved the online aspect of being able to do things in my own time. For me, that really suited me in a way that undergrad just didn't. The timetabling, being able to do it around work. I really enjoyed that aspect of it, definitely. I did find that I probably didn't get as involved in the kind of online discussion and the kind of the socialising aspect as I probably could have, and it's probably something I regret a little bit now as to not taking kind of more part in. But generally speaking, it was great, and I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for doing an online program, because I wouldn't have gone back full time. So for that aspect, it was definitely, it's got me back into academia. I really enjoyed some of the talk units, but I think the dissertation, mine was actually really hard going, because I was really ill in the first semester. So I was like in hospital for a few weeks, and then I was like really not well, so basically up to Christmas. So I lost quite a lot of time on my dissertation, but it forced me to be really organised, and I had to like lay out all my kind of like expected deadlines, and I had to like keep working to each deadline and be really organised. And something sort of clicked, and I was like, oh, I can actually do this. Even with that extra time pressure, it just worked, and it sort of made me think, actually, you know what, I probably could cope with going and doing a PhD, which again I probably wouldn't have even considered if it wasn't for having done it in sort of my own time in my own space. I'm currently doing a second master's degree at another university in a totally different area of science. It does connect. The point is that the project that I did for my master's was looking at inherited myopathies in horses, and I got really interested in the kind of the DNA analysis aspect of that. So I'm off doing another course looking more in depth at lab analysis, and I'm currently applying for PhDs to go and study the same myopathies that I've studied as part of my master's here at Edinburgh. So yes, definitely would not have been doing that otherwise. Seems like a big ask when you look at it and you think an entire master's degree online at a distance, but the support is fantastic. Like when I was struggling, like all you need to do is tell them and they step up and everything is just sorted for you, and the support there is brilliant, but you do have to reach out and take it. Like I really wasn't as proactive about that as I maybe could have been, and I think I could have got even more support if I had just said. And that's the thing with being a distance student, is you have this feeling like, oh, I'm not a real student at the university because I'm not there, and it's not true, and you just have to get over that and just ask, and they will help you. Regardless of whether it's something little or something big, just email, just ask, just speak on the message boards, whatever, just get involved. And the more you get involved, the more you'll get out of it.
My name is Emily Stearns, and I did a Master's of Science in Equine Science. Yeah, so the online experience I found it really fulfilling and interactive. I liked how much I got to talk to the other students and the faculty members, and kind of the group discussion dynamic aspect of it. I really liked the dissertation study and doing the dissertation study and working with my faculty advisor and being paired up. They paired me up with someone in the United States and someone in Edinburgh, so I had a lot of support and a lot of help trying to navigate through that. The good points are that it's on your own time, and you're kind of, except for some mildly strict deadlines, you're on your own for kind of setting your pace, and it's really easy to make it work with jobs or things like that. The bad news is you're on your own time, so if you're a really bad procrastinator or need to have someone telling you what to do and when to do it, there is definitely that aspect, and actually I found the discussion groups and kind of the student support side of that very helpful, and kind of checking in with people and making sure I was staying on task. So I think the program is going to impact my future, and that it's going to open up opportunities for me, hopefully on the research side, and I feel it really helped me learn to navigate kind of reaching out to faculty and researchers and developing ideas for future research. And so I hope I can carry that on in whatever kind of employment or job opportunity I hope to continue to. Don't panic, and don't be afraid to check in with faculty, advisors, reach out to whoever you need to. You're not the annoying one if you're sending lots of emails telling them you need help or things like that. They're happy to help you, and it's going to make you feel a lot better.
I'm Maria Wilhelmsson. I'm from Sweden originally, but I live in Basel, Switzerland. And I have been studying the equine science, the master's program in equine science. It's been an amazing journey from being undergrad in equine or in veterinary nursing, and moving on from there. It's been like a stepwise journey, and it's been great. I have enjoyed almost every second of it. It's been tough, but it's been on a very good level, I think. And the requirements and the demands have been high enough, the standards have been high, but also very challenging and very exciting and fun. The highlights have been probably all the new understanding that I've gained. I can't really put my finger on any specific detail, but I've gained so much more new understanding of the horse as a biological being, and to put things together, and basically all aspects of biology and equine science have been brought together and ended in the dissertation, which I'm very happy for. It's been challenging, the online studies at points, and it hasn't been the studies mainly, but also to trying to combine it with the private life and the working and everything around. So the studies themselves haven't been really that much of a problem, or they haven't been a problem, but the challenge has been to trying to combine it, and especially working full-time, which I did at a part of the program. That was very challenging, also having family and things. But since it's very flexible and the staff is always willing to help out, it's been manageable anyway, and most of the time it's been without any problem at all. For me, it wouldn't have been an option to move here and do it as an on-campus program because of family and the work and other commitments, and also the fact that we have, then the whole family needs to move and everything like that, so it wouldn't have been an option. If you want to study horses in depth, if you really want to grasp the whole concept of the horse as a biological being and really get thorough understanding, then definitely you need to be really, really interested in horses. But if you are, then this is definitely worth all the work and all the money, and something I think that either if you are just very interested, or if you work professionally in any of the industries, or if you're a veterinarian or a vet nurse, as in my case, I think this can be done by everyone who has a real deep interest and understanding. So.
My name is Nancy McLean, and the program is a Master's in Equine Science. It's been wonderful meeting everybody around the world and different people in different hemispheres. It was pretty neat. I mean, you have to manage your time very well, and you have to be on task, kind of make a timeline for getting your assignments done. My favorite aspect was reading the research and having access to the research, and then also just meeting everyone. And when we join up here at graduation, it's like we know one another. So that was one of my favorite aspects. The least favorite thing was probably, well, there really wasn't anything I can think of offhand. Just time management. Got to make yourself sit down and do the work. So just make yourself do it. And I wanted it bad enough that, I just had to make myself stay in line. So, yeah. Well, I've joined up in many research projects. I've got 2 that I'm partners on right now, and just keeping up with the research. I have access to many thoroughbreds and in the racing industry, and that's what I want to do. Oh, they should do it. If they have any questions, I mean, you can start and, go through the levels. And if you reach a point that you want to, stop at a certain level, that's fine. If you want to go on, just keep trudging along,
Hi, my name is Shirley Ferber. I'm an equine nutritionist, instructor, scientist, and the founder of Equida, a non-profit organization aimed to make scientific and evidence-based knowledge regarding equines more accessible to everyone, and specifically in Hebrew and Arabic, to the different communities here in my home country of Israel. All in one purpose, to improve equine health and welfare. I started my postgraduate journey in honor of my horse Yuki. who faced many challenging health issues and made me step up to look for a solution and more information, which had me staring at this void, which I knew in my gut I had to fill. For her. My dissertation on the management and nutritional status of horses in Israel was in her memory and in honor of all horses in the country. I feel extremely fortunate to have had this opportunity to study in one of the greatest universities in the world, home to Charles Darwin and Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, from the comfort and challenges here in Israel. I was determined to learn as much as I can and harness the experience and knowledge amazingly concentrated in this rich and diverse online program in order to contribute to local knowledge base and improve equine health and welfare, and not just simply gain my education. Learning online is a challenge, joined by the linguistic gap, attention deficit disorders, a full-time job, and the unexpected charms of life. However, the university's online platform and program staff are so amazingly designed and supportive that it feels less scary than you would expect. With live lectures and recordings, engaging content and tutors, student forum community, and practical assignments that actually get you ready for professional work and academics. You can actually not only succeed but enjoy learning and developing the equine scientist in you. You don't just learn the science, you learn how to think science. So in hopes of creating a more knowledgeable equine professional community, more effective equestrians, and improve equine health and welfare in your home country, I encourage you to consider applying to the Equine Science online program at the University of Edinburgh, whether for a certificate, diploma, or to complete your master's degree. Together, we can be the change.
Honestly, it's been absolutely life-changing. I started out, obviously I graduated with my BSc, decided that I wanted to take things a lot further down the research side, but I'd actually not got that much experience of it. Didn't think that I'd be able to go down that route, or I'd kind of have the kind of high enough intelligence, but they've been really supportive and really pushed me further just to develop my equine knowledge, but also my kind of generic research side. And it's been absolutely fantastic, and I've learned a lot. I've been really, really lucky.
Right, so well, I've done a degree online at Edinburgh University after completing a couple of degrees first in France, and I've enjoyed, I think it's fair to say I've enjoyed that one significantly more. It's been quite a nice experience, sort of, to be able to interact that freely with all the staff and everyone, and it's been really enriching. It's been really enriching to be able to sort of discuss ideas and exchange as much as we did. I think that's probably about what made me happy about this degree, really. Sort of the ability, how easily reachable everyone was, and the ability to just get in contact with everyone very easily and sort of be able to discuss things, nurture ideas.